Hi, welcome back. This is Eduardo Lopez, and again, thank you for taking the time to attend this new review of WP Profiler. WP stands for WordPress. Profiler is a tool that is used as a plugin within WordPress. The tool was developed by Matt Garrett. It's an evergreen product, meaning that it's always available, and it's a WordPress plugin. Matt has done an outstanding job on creating a number of plugins to WordPress, Profiler being one of them, and he has a few others, but fortunately we're only going to review WP Profiler. WP Profiler is a plugin that optimizes your WordPress performance. It will give you improvements from 10% or better in terms of load time, as indicated by Matt. And given that it's a plugin, I per se do not use WordPress, but nonetheless, it's a very interesting plugin that you can WordPress users can take full advantage of to optimize your website. And so what I mean by gives you good performance, it's a tool that will analyze and optimize your site for and it will improve the rankings, better conversation, better user experience, and minimize the amount of bounce rates that your website suffers due to misconfiguration or not being optimized effectively. So, one thing that Matt mentions is any website that takes 3 seconds or more will typically lose 50% of the traffic, and anything 20 seconds and above to load will lose 95%. And so this is something that you really should pay attention to. In fact, because of the tool availability, that's one thing that I'm considering is converting over to WordPress, and certainly Profiler will be a plugin that I'll certainly take advantage of. And so right now, the product, the WordPress optimization products on the market are either cache, optimize, or database, but very few focus on your page loads and some of the Java and CSS that are often at the root cause of some of these. To make matters worse, 95% of the products do optimize or don't optimize your site graphics, and so that's another thing that is taken consideration, because when you're hosting images, if that itself is not optimized, that ends up killing your page rendering of your website. So that's something that you really need to pay attention to. So in combination with quick fixes and diagnostics advice that gives you to speed the importance of your website, some of the primary site optimization factors are best covered by some of the competitors, or not covered by some of the competitors. So in terms of licensing, for a single site license, this product will run you about $17. Like I said, it's a plugin. For $97, you get a commercial license, which is titled as agency license, that you could use not only on your own sites but also on the client sites. So that's the biggest bang for the buck. It works with WordPress 5.x. It works on PHP 7x. Full tailored or full tutorial videos, internet downloads, is how you access the plugin itself, and it comes with 1 year of support and updates, one-time payment of $97, or you can opt from $17 to $27, which gives you a 25 site license that is considered personal for use for your own site, and WordPress 5, PHP 7, full tutorial video. It's downloaded, and it gives you 1 year support, one-time payment as well. Key benefits of the WP Profiler is hosting poor global connectivity slows down your website. Unique features, offers product diagnostics, hosting connectivity issues in real time. Speed factor is another thing to consider that impacts it, and that's typically indicative of poor configuration and inadequate hosting plans that cause issue. Unique features within the embedded within the website that you typically use. The plugin diagnoses those configurations in real time, and then offers recommendations. And then, speed factor number 3, which is themes and plugins, can cause speed issues as well. So optimization occurs at that level as well. Some of the unique features mentioned are plugins, or are product profiles, test themes, plugins. Low speed in real time, and it shows you where you can where the speed and bottleneck hogs are. The speed factor number 4 that is considered is unoptimized GFX that kills load speed and eats up bandwidth. The plugin solution is to flawlessly auto-optimize site graphics without the costs, and then looks into your database transactional aspects, and looks to see what impact it has, and offers solutions there. So so it does a bunch of optimizations. I've also attached a video that's been created by Matt that offers you a visibility into the plugin itself that we'll go through, given that it's a WordPress plugin. And so it's not an actual standalone product, but we'll certainly go there. But one thing that I wanted to cover with you is some of the bonuses that you'll be getting over and above, and these bonuses are only available through this bonus offering. Is Eclipse is a product that allows you to leverage traffic within 48 hours. It's a great tutorial by Jonah Armstrong, and if you're looking to improve and drive traffic, that's one thing you have to consider, is not only do you want to optimize your site, but you also want to ensure that you have the volume to take advantage of that. And so Eclipse will certainly help you drive that. From Zero is another bonus that I'll be offering on how to make $100 in 24 hours, leveraging your WordPress site. And then for those that are considering a WordPress site, I will give you a tutorial on how to create a website using 3 easy clicks. And then also you'll get a inline promo or a plugin that will allow you to drive word or traffic to your WordPress site, and then some additional tutorials on how to optimize your traffic. And then what I will also provide as part of the description is a code to give you a discount on Green Geeks, which will support your WordPress site, will provide you domain services and a domain name will provide you an email for a really, really low price. Right now, the Pro unlimited amount of sites they give you for about $4.95 a month, which you're not going to touch anywhere. And I will tell you this, that their support is phenomenal. And so that's something that I'm going to offer as part of the in the description of the YouTube video down below. So keep that in mind. So let's go into the plugin demo that I'll let Matt take you through. And so what you're going to see if you do have a WordPress site is a cPanel, and so this is a representation of the cPanel itself, and then what plugins that you have. So I'm going to let him take it over and give you a demonstration on how the product works, and then I'll come back and wrap it up.
Does your site take too long to load? Are you having page load speed problems? Hi, this is Matt Garrett, and in this quick demo, I'll show you how WP Profiler can help you identify and fix your site load speed problems and get super fast page load speeds. Now, one quick note before we start. When you run a speed test, you need to make sure that you're not logged into the WordPress site that you're running the test for, as this will give you false results. The easiest way to make sure this doesn't happen is to do what I'm doing here and use a different browser for the speed test than the one that you're logged into your WordPress site on. So I'm using Firefox here where I'm logged into my site, and I'm going to pop across to my Chrome browser where I'm going to run the speed test for this particular site. And all you need to do is pop the URL for the site that you want to test in the URL field and click on the Start Test field. Now, we're using Pingdom to do this test because we found that Pingdom gives the most accurate results for WordPress site speed tests, and it does only take a few seconds to run. And once it's finished, we just scroll down the page a bit so we can see our full results. And as you can see, we've got a total load time of just under 5 seconds. So it's not horrendous, but it certainly could do with being quicker. Surveys have been done that show that a load speed of more than 3 seconds can easily end up with you losing around half your visitors before they even get to engage with your site. So we really want to cut that time down as much as we can. So let's pop back to WP Profiler and run through how this can speed up our site. Now, the Site Speed Profiler itself is the fun part. It's the graphical representation of what's slowing your site down. However, we're going to save that to last. I'm going to tease you along. We're going to go through the more boring standard bits first. They're very, very quick. The first is we need to optimize the database. Basically, over time, your WordPress databases get bloated and messy and they need tidying up. It's a very quick and easy process. However, for instance, here we can see that there are problems found. All we need to do is click on the button to perform the database optimization and click on OK. Now, this kind of thing happens more and more as your site gets bigger and older and there's more content. So all you need to do is pop into here now and then to see if there are any problems found, click on the button and let WP Profiler run to complete the optimization for you. It is a very, very quick process. As you can see, there we go, we are done with the database optimization. So that's the first step of keeping our site nice and healthy done, and it took just moments. The next is specifically for speed, and we're going to look at optimizing the images that we've got uploaded to our site. Large unoptimized images is one of the biggest and most common speed problems on websites, and it's something that can be solved automatically with WP Profiler. Simply click on the developer dashboard link down the bottom here. This will take you to tiny PNG where you can register for your free API key. This gives you up to 500 image optimizations per month, and if you need more, there are paid options available, but the free version will give you 500, which is more than enough for most people's needs. Once you've got your API key, pop it in here and activate the image optimization. After you've done so, any new images you add to your blog from here on will be optimized automatically for you when you upload them. However, that doesn't deal with any existing images already on your site. So that's what the bulk optimize images option is for. So let's look at that next. Now, this simply lets you go through and optimize all your old images in batches. I'm just going to run a batch of 10 so you can see that it is pretty quick to run. It doesn't take hours to run through. So the 10 should take us around 10 to 15 seconds. You can see it's processing the images now and it's still working. We're almost there. I should have stuck a timer on to time how long it's going to take. There we go. Almost finished. and done. Now that was around 15 seconds, I think. It takes roughly a second to a second and a half per image, so you can see how long it's going to take to run through all your existing images. In my case, I've got 225 unoptimized images, so that's going to take around 3 to 4 minutes to run through and bulk optimize all those existing images. So I'm going to pause the video while I quickly do that. Okay, so as you can see, I've finished optimizing the images on this site, and we've got an improvement of over 34%. Now this particular site isn't image heavy, it doesn't have a lot of images to start with, and they're not very big. Usually on client sites, we find much larger images, and the optimization savings can be significant, usually in the range of 70 to 80% or more. Okay, so that's our images taken care of. Let's head back to the site speed profiler itself and run this so you can see what might be slowing our site down. Okay, so I'm just going to click on start profiling and confirm that I want it to run. Now this is the core of WP Profiler, and it takes just moments to run. So I'm going to click on OK and let it finish doing its business, and once the page is refreshed, you'll end up on this results page where you can see exactly what's going on. Now this is the core of WP Profiler, and it gives us a graphical view of how long each aspect of our site takes to load up, from the core WordPress files to the theme to all the individual plugins, which is where it gets interesting. Being able to identify exactly which plugin is hogging all your site resources and killing your page load speed with WP Profiler takes just moments, as you saw. To do it manually, you'd need to go through each plugin, deactivating and reactivating them one by one to work out which plugin, or indeed plugins, it could be more than one, is at fault. With WP Profiler, you can see straight away, and in this case, the big culprit is looking like WordPress Security and iTheme Security Pro. Now, WordPress and iTheme Security Pro are both security plugins, and obviously we want to keep our blog secure. However, there is another plugin which will do the same for me, and it loads a lot quicker. So I could then remove both of these plugins, saving a second of load speed, cutting the plugin load speed by half, which will have a pretty massive effect on the page load speeds I get for my site. Now, you will notice that WP Profiler is appearing third on that speed list. That's because it is having to run and use resources to create this profile itself as the page loads up. That obviously doesn't happen when normal people, visitors, are hitting your site, so it doesn't actually impact your site speed. Now let's pop over to another site and have a look at another profile that I've run. And again, you can see that although there are quite a lot of plugins on this site, and yes, they will have a cumulative effect on the load speed from running too many plugins, it's again one or two speed hogs right at the top here that are causing the majority of the problem. In this case, it's all-in-one SEO, one of the standard SEO plugins that a lot of people use. There's also the Schema plugin, and again, iTheme Security Pro. I could switch all three of these off and again get a reduction in my site load speed by almost a second. Now obviously, if I'm replacing all-in-one SEO and Schema, I'm going to want some sort of SEO plugin on my blog. We would recommend Rank Math because it's quicker and will do everything that both of those do and more. And this is part of the power of WP Profiler. It takes just moments to see which plugins are causing your site a problem, which ones are taking the speed out of your page load and slowing everything down. And then you can look for replacements that are both quicker and usually do the job better as well. Okay, so now let's head back to Pingdom. This was our earlier test where we got a load speed of 4.48 seconds. Now let's just open up a new version of Pingdom, pop our domain in there again and click on Start Test. Now again, this is going to take a few seconds. I'll pause the video and come back as soon as the test is completed. And as you can see, our site performance grade has now gone up to A with a score of 92, and our load time has gone down to 1.46 seconds. That's 3 seconds faster than previously and well under the 3-second golden threshold. We're going to be keeping our visitors on our site without losing them, and this is all thanks to being able to tweak and fix our site really quickly with WP Profiler. And remember, Google take both your site load speed and visitor bounce rate into account for ranking. If your site is slow to load and people are heading back to Google, you're not only losing those visitors, you're going to get penalized by Google and take a ranking hit, losing even more free traffic. Don't let your site lag behind. Get your health check done today with WP Profiler. Does your site take too long to load? Are you having page load speed problems? Hi, this is Matt Garrett, and in this quick demo, I'll show.
So, guys, you saw the review. A job well done by Matt. I hope that you enjoyed and found this informative, that it inspires you to take action, and I hope that that you found this review informative. Keep in mind that this is a WordPress plugin, and so again, take in consideration the plugins that I provide you. They're all centered around traffic generation and the building of the WordPress site that you can take advantage of. If you like the content of this review, give me a thumbs up, and it's okay if you want to give me a thumbs down, but just make sure you provide me good feedback, because I'm always looking to improve. Also, make sure that you subscribe so that I can continue to produce these videos for you guys. So that concludes this review. You all have a great day. Stay safe, and we will talk later.